There's a touch of autumn in the air. Sunday afternoon at the ballpark. Bright, crisp afternoon. Perfect day for baseball, and it's what we like to call a family Sunday. Perfect day for the kids to rollick and frolic at the ballpark. Come on in and enjoy the day. At Citi Field in New York, the New York Mets play the Washington Nationals. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Citi Field. Gary Cohen, Keith Hernandez with you today as the Mets wrap up a 4-game series against the Washington Nationals. You know, the Mets have questions going into the offseason as they try and build a contending team, and one of them is about the state of their middle infield. They've got a terrific offensive player at second base in Daniel Murphy. They've used Wilmer Flores at short. He's playing second today. Ruben Tejada, the incumbent, at short. We've seen Dilson Herrera lately. Matt Reynolds has had a terrific year in AAA playing shortstop. So the question is, with Murphy as a potential piece of a trade package, can the Mets afford to give up one of their better offensive players?
Well, in my opinion, if you're going to put Murphy in a trade, then you're going to have to get 2 bats because you're going to have to replace Murphy's bat. Now, the question in the middle infield is, you know, you've got Tejada, as you mentioned, Herrera at second, who I've liked, but he's 20 years old. There's no guarantee on that. He may need more seasoning next year. Flores is playing second today. It's a position he's more comfortable with. What I've seen so far with Flores, which has been a large dose, he's played there a lot. I like the way he stays in front of the ball. His fundamentals are sound. He's not Fancy Dan. What my concerns with Flores are is his footwork. I'm not sure about his arm deep in the hole. And as far as Tejada is concerned, we know he can pick it. It's whether he can hit. And another one of my concerns, too, they got to prove to me is are they physically strong enough to play a 162 schedule playing every day? So these are questions that for Sandy Alderson, I'm glad I don't have to make these choices. That's why he's paid the big bucks, and he's going to make some big decisions here before he goes to the winter meetings, what he's going to do next year. It's
a murky situation with a lot of interlocking parts. Meanwhile, on the mound today, John Neese makes the start for the Mets, and Neese comes off a good start against Colorado after a bit of a struggle coming off the disabled list.
Remember, he got off to a very, very hot start, and he had the shoulder issues right around the All-Star break. He came back. He had some rough outing. Took him a while to get his groove going. His last 6 starts, he's only had 1 bad outing. He's really pitched well. He's just pitched in a lot of tough luck.
Jordan Zimmerman was a 19-game winner last year. Won't have as many wins this year. He might be having a better season.
He's having a great season. The first half of the season, he was pitched great with an ERA below 3. The second half of the year, in the 10 starts, he's gone 5-0 with a 2.77 earned run average. In those 10 starts, the Nats have gone 9-1.
So it's the Mets and the Nats. Mets trying to gain a split of this 4-game series on a gorgeous afternoon in New York. All the action coming your way today right here on SNY. Lexus, introducing a car designed with one purpose: to stand apart. The 2014 Lexus IS, it's your move. By Pepsi. For more of MLB's most thrilling moments, check out MLB.com/Pepsi. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit Geico.com for a free rate quote. And by Delta. Delta has the only outdoor airport lounge in New York. Delta, keep climbing. The most popular way to follow September baseball is with MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy live look-ins, replay reviews, scores, live radio broadcasts, the MLB.TV game of the day, and more. Get at Bat for your smartphone or tablet on the App Store or visit MLB.com. Today's Thrill of the Game moment brought to you by Pepsi. Live for now. It's become a daily thrill for the fans here at Citi Field. Curtis Granderson, one of the most affable players in all of baseball, out there signing autographs, posing for pictures, cap on his head.
Always. Every day.
It's a grand move on Curtis Granderson Poster Day. Also Bark in the Park Day. We got lots going on today. Sheriff Pretzel. First pitch coming up.
Westy.
Here's the starting lineup for the Nats today. Nats have taken 2 out of 3 in this series. And they've got pretty much the same unit out there as Drupal Cabrera sits today. Denny Espinosa gets the start at second base. The Nats' magic number down to 6 for clinching the National League East. They're going to be in Atlanta this week with a chance to clinch it right on the Braves' face. Mets will try and slow them down this afternoon with John Neese on the mound.
Well, there's Big John. John always manages to give up more hits than innings pitched. I like his walk total. Strikeouts are nice. He has had 2 starts against the Nationals this year. He's 0-2 with an ERA over 8. So it's been tough for him this year against the more than likely divisional champs.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Yes. Lexus defense for the Mets. Same outfield. Eric Young in there again. Infield, Ruben Tejada, we mentioned in the open. At shortstop, Flores over to his more familiar position at second base. And Recker gets a start behind the plate. D'Arnaud gets a day off.
Homers in 3 straight games for Anthony Recker. First meant to do that this season. Beautiful day. Temperature 64 degrees. A little light breeze. Should get a little warmer as the afternoon goes along. Just a brilliant day after a rainy night last night. A 3.5-hour slog for the Mets, who got slaughtered 10-3. Trying to bounce back today and get a split of this series against a team that has owned them this year. The Nats have won 12 of the 15 games. Denard Span hitting an even 300 for the year. Had a home run last night. First pitch of the day from Nice is in for a strike. In fact, Span's home run against Dario Alvarez in the 9th inning last night was his first against a left-hand pitcher this season. 5th home run of the year. It's 4 for 14 in this series. Span and Rendon at the top of the order have really done a tremendous job of table setting. As Nice misses with a curveball, 1-1.
Span was an excellent pickup for this ball club. This guy right here, Rendon, is just wearing it out. He is, I think, potential future batting champion.
Span and Rendon between them are 2nd and 4th in the league in hits, 1st and 3rd in the league in runs scored. They've scored 201 runs between them, by far the most of any teammates in the major leagues.
Well, Rendon leads the National League in run scores with 108. So you got what? How many more games left, Gary? 14?
13 for the Mets.
How about that?
15 for the Nationals.
So you figure Rendon might score another 10 runs, have almost 120 run season. Wow. There's Matt Williams.
Nationals are 2nd in the National League in runs scored, 2nd only to the Rockies, who have built-in benefits.
Yep. Well, we saw the Rocky offense the series prior right here when they get out of the friendly confines of Coors Field.
Lose a bit of their potency away from home. And the curveball sits inside the Span, 3-2. John Nice making his 28th start, missed a couple of weeks right after the All-Star break and struggled after coming back. The 9 starts after he returned from the disabled list. He was 3-6 with an ERA just under 5, but he bounced back and pitched a good game against Colorado last time out. Just 1 run in 6 2/3. Had some trouble in that game that he had to work in and out of, but did it nicely. Didn't let innings balloon on him, which has been a problem for him this year.
Nice shot right there, like that. I always like the look of the pitcher looking in for a sign prior to starting his wind-up or stretch.
Wilmer Flores playing second base today, handles the first chance, and that's the first out of the afternoon.
Well, Flores handles his first ground ball, his first chance, nicely.
Here's Anthony Rendon, who is having just a spectacular series. He's 10 for 15 in the 3 games so far. It's the first Nationals player to register 3 consecutive 3-hit games since Orlando Cabrera did it for Montreal back in 2003. And you see the 8th player ever with 3 or more hits in 3 straight games in the same series against the Mets.
24 years of age. And what I loved about his hitting in this series is that he's hit 2 home runs the first 2 games of the series, 1 each, and he's pulled, and he's driven the ball into right center field gap, opposite field. He is just a terrific line drive hitter.
Drives this one toward the wall in left field, and he's got himself another extra base hit. 64th extra base hit of the season for Rendon. That's the 3rd highest total in the league. So he's a line drive hitter who hits for extra bases. And he's got his 11th hit in this series.
You got to be careful coming inside. He's very quick. And I said line drive. No sooner did I say it than he hits one. Very little take back. Beautiful swing.
You remember Johnny Ray with the Pirates?
Yes, I do.
Second baseman?
Switch hitter.
Johnny Ray in 1984 had 12 hits in 4 straight games against the Mets in 1 series.
It was a pretty good.
It's the only guy ever to do that. Rendon is now 1 shy of that mark.
I remember that vaguely.
It was shortly after your arrival.
Well, hands right by his ears. Watch the take back. No hitch. Goes straight back with his hands, not too far back, and then to the ball. You got to generate a little back, a little bit of a take back to generate the speed to get the bat through the zone. And there have been a lot of hitters that have had hitches and done crazy things and been successful. Willie Mays had an enormous hitch. Hank Aaron had what they called a roll.
He's behind 2-0 on Worth, and he dents the outside corner with a changeup. Worth is 2 for 8 in this series. Sat out Friday's game with, quote, dead legs, unquote.
And he's in there.
Put right back in there last night and again today. Rendon at second and 1 out. And that misses inside with a cutter, 3-1.
Well, one thing we've noticed on Nice since coming back after the shoulder issues, and even in spring training when he had some shoulder issues, he's dropped in his velocity. He's become more of a pitcher. Like I said, 44 walks in 168 innings. That's outstanding.
Oh! 3-2 to Worth. You see Worth's career numbers against Nice. John started out his career 3-0 against the Nats. Hadn't faced them that often. This is only his 10th start against Washington. By contrast, Jordan Zimmerman has made 19 starts against the Mets, and they both came up around the same time. Another chance for Flores. And he takes care of Worth for the second out as Rendon goes over to third. So 2 out in the inning. And now the left-hand hitter Adam LaRoche. LaRoche hitting just .208 against lefties this year, but he's got 3 home runs in just 18 at-bats in his career against John Nice. So this is a lefty he has hit.
130 at-bats, Gary. 5 home runs this year. Took a rare 0 for against the Mets last night. I believe he had the 0 for 5.
Well, everybody else in that lineup was hitting. 15 hits for the Nats last night. LaRoche the night before, Friday night, he was on base 5 times in a row. So a contrast in games for LaRoche, who wears the sunglasses in the batter's box on a bright day. And he takes a fastball for a strike, 0-2. The Nationals with a 9.5 game lead in the National League East. It's the largest lead Washington has had at any time since the club moved from Montreal to D.C. Curveball knocked down by Wrecker, 1-2.
Nice job by Anthony. Runner on third. Spiked curveball. Look at that. Beautifully done. He's really come a long way. He's worked very hard on his defense. Well done.
And LaRoche went around, strike 3. First strikeout for Nice. And he gets around the double by Rendon. No score as the Mets come to bat. Contrary to our graphic going to break, no, Terry Collins is not batting John Neese leadoff today. He's in the 9 hole.
See, you spotted that. I didn't. And our sharp-eyed producer, Greg Picker, usually on day games, folks, Pick misses a lot of things. He doesn't get to the ballpark. It gets a little late, doesn't come up in the booth and go over the open with us. We have to do it over the phone. But he was sharp. He picked it up, too.
Just trying to make sure everybody's paying attention. After all, there might be a lot of distractions on a Sunday afternoon. Jordan Zimmerman will make the start for the Nats, a guy the Mets have had a lot of trouble with. Zimmerman 2-0 against the Mets in 3 starts this year. Eric Young starting for the 4th straight game. Actually, the 5th straight game. He had 3 straight multiple hit games, then took an 0 for last night. 4 ground ball outs. 4 for 12 in this series. And the first pitch from Zimmerman. He takes a strike.
Well, Zimmerman is a horse. He's a big, strong kid. He pumps the strike zone, goes after hitters. You know, I talked with Steve McCaddy. He said his one fault is that he throws too many strikes. He just 27 walks in 178 innings. My goodness.
Another ground ball off the bat of Young. And Espinosa makes the play for the first out.
And we'll take a look at the Nats. Coors Light defense. They got gamers out there. All 3 of them back in that lineup. A day game after a night game. Only change in the infield is Espinosa gets a start. Cabrera gets a rest, and also catchers Ramos back in the lineup.
There's Juan Lagares, who's having a terrific series. 5 for 11 in the 3 games so far. His average up to 284 for the year.
That is terrific. Juan has really been swinging the bat great lately. Been pulling a little more, which I like to see. I don't want him to get too pull happy. His strength is the opposite field into the right center field gap, but he's starting to learn to pull a bit. And I like it.
Zimmerman ahead on the count 0-2. Zimmerman's strikeout numbers are up this year. He's averaging over 8 strikeouts per 9 innings, under 7 last year. There's an interesting theory as to why. As he goes up and away, Zimmerman says in the past when he got to 2 strikes, he threw too many strikes.
Yeah.
Now he says he's doing a better job throwing the ball off the plate with 2 strikes and getting guys to chase like that. And he picks up the strikeout for the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, when I talked with McCaddy and he mentioned that he throws too many strikes, I said, you know, we talk about Familia being wild around the plate, that Familia might put one under your chin. You just don't know. He can, you know, I told McCaddy, you know, it's okay for him to throw under someone's chin once in a while, move him off the plate, keep him honest. And he just smiled, of course. It's not part of the deal anymore.
There's Daniel Murphy, 0 for 7 in this series. Murphy came back after missing just 1 day after being plunked on the wrist and took an 0 for last night.
Unlike Den Decker, he's missed more than a few games now. That's unfortunate for Den Decker.
Den Decker, though, seems to be making some progress. He did swing in the cage last night, did some throwing today. Looks like he is getting closer to being able to come back.
Well, I cannot stress the importance of when you get hit in a bad spot.
Murphy hits this one out to right, doesn't go very far, and Worth grabs it for the 3rd out.
Ice 24 hours with a bandage around to keep it there overnight.
You should tell him that. Second inning, Ian Desmond leads off against John Neese. Desmond had a big night last night. A couple of hits, a couple of steals. Actually 3 hits, 2 steals, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored.
Almost had a home run, a foot from the last at bat. That double in the 8th was around a foot from being a home run.
Desmond 4 for 12 in the series and a check swing foul. 0-2.
He's a nice player. I like this guy. He can play on my team.
Bryce Harper on deck. Wilson Ramos behind him.
They have gamers on this squad. They hustle, the Nats.
Curveball popped up. Lagares shading his eyes, gives way to Granderson. And that's the first out of the inning. Well, it's a football Sunday as well as a baseball Sunday, and you know, as a service to the viewer, we figured we'd bring in our NFL expert Keith Hernandez to pick today's game. Now, just who's going to win the game?
These are straight up calls. Yeah. I like Minnesota at home.
Minnesota over the Pats.
Minnesota's defense really played well against the Rams last week.
Right.
I think the Falcons. I like the Falcons.
Okay.
It was a big win over New Orleans. They had a bad year last year. I think they're going to have a bounce back season. Believe it or not, I like Dallas. I like Romo, who was rusty last week. Although Dallas' defense stinks, I think Romo will have a big day. It'll be a big scoring game. And everybody thinks Jacksonville stinks. Well, I think the Redskins stink worse. So,
are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, well, I will. I think the Jags will pull an upset there. So, for what it's worth.
Now, the Jet fan at the game today, because he knows the Jets don't play till later this afternoon in Green Bay. Expects to get
stayed away from that.
In front of a television set in time to watch.
I wanted to stay with the. I was instructed by Greg Picker, our producer, to stick with the games that are real tight, competitive games. So that I did. If you're wondering why I know, folks, that Minnesota played a really fine defensive game against the Rams, you're wondering how I saw that game when it was a 1 o'clock game, and I was working that day, a game, the Met game. So how can I DVR'd it.
Did you really?
Yes.
You're very diligent about this.
I actually have an interest in the Rams, and I've always liked the Vikings for some reason, even when I was a kid, back in the days of Bud Grant.
Harper tries to hold, and he stopped the swing in time.
Ed Sherrockman, strong safety for the most Minnesota Vikings.
I'm thinking Carl Kasulki.
Carl Kasulki was a defensive. That was another safety or defensive back. He had Roy Winston, Wally Hildenberg, Lonnie Warwick with the 3 linebackers.
Neese with a 1-2, and he couldn't tease him with a curveball.
Alan Page, Carl Eller, Gary Larson or Greg Larson, I forget.
Gary Larson.
Yes.
And don't forget Nick Tingelhoff, center.
Yes. You know the story on that Super Bowl? We'll get to it.
7th pitch coming to Harper, and he fouls it away.
When they lost to the Chiefs, and was it Super Bowl 3? 4? Hank Stram. Nick Tingelhoff was an all-pro center, but he was only 230 pounds. Do you know what Hank Stram did defensively in his scheme? He moved Ernie Ladd, who was almost 300 pounds and agile, from defensive end to put him head up, nose on him. And Tingelhoff couldn't handle him. He was outweighed by 60 pounds. Little tidbit. Genius, Hank Stram. He'd be the first one to tell you, too.
He kept them from matriculating the ball down the field.
All right, enough of football.
Thank you. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat from Neese to Harper, which has given Keith time to pontificate on football.
What's the count? Oh, 2-2.
3-2 now. Let's catch up. Harper hit the home run that put the Nats in front early in last night's game, and they went on to bombard the Mets 10-3. Pops this one up, and Tejada takes charge of it.
Murph wanted it. Come on, Murph. Shortstop's ball.
Murph wants everything. So 2 out and nobody on. Now Wilson Ramos. Ramos 1 for 9 in the series. He sat last night. Jose Lobaton started in his stead and had a couple of hits. This is a rare series where the Mets will be able to hold Ramos down. He's a .363 lifetime hitter against New York. 3 for 8 against Nice. By the way, the Nats have not gone down 1-2-3 in any inning since the 4th inning on Friday.
Well,
so Nice has a chance to end that streak. And he gets ahead on Ramos with a cutter, 0-2.
It's going to be an interesting playoff National League. I think all the way around. I think the teams that are going to get there, there's still some up for grab. But it's a great time. Oh boy, called third strike. Nice.
Second strikeout for Nice, and he has himself a 1-2-3 inning. No score at Citi Field. Just a sunshiny day. New York Mets baseball on SNY is brought to you by Chevrolet, proud sponsor of the New York Mets. Lucas Duda leads off in the home second. Duda 3 for 10 in this series. That's went out 1-2-3 before Jordan Zimmerman in the first inning, and the Nats put on the big shift against Lucas.
Lucas has been walking a lot ever since he had that torrid hot streak after the All-Star break. A lot of it has to do with lack of protection in the order. But I just worry about Lucas getting too passive up there. We talked about what he said to Kevin last night. I'm sorry, not Kevin. Steve, which I thought was a very, very good, insightful look into Lucas's psyche.
Rendon shading his eyes on the pop-up and stays with it. So Rendon overlapped to the right side there to catch the pop-up. So that's a put out 5 in your scorecard.
So, you know, I realize that with Lucas now they're going to pitch him carefully, but you don't want to become too neutral. You still can be very much in third gear. If you have to put the pedal to the metal, you can get out of trouble fast. That's an analogy right there. Okay, you can swing in a strike, but I don't want him to get too passive and start taking too many pitches. Remember, that ball out over the plate to Lucas and down is a ball he can rip.
Well, Flores takes a strike. So you can draft a little way around the track, but when it's time to
get in that, you get out of that
pass,
back, you get out of that turn, you got to downshift.
Got to pass. 2-1 to Flores. Good thing either one of us knew what we were talking about. Curtis Granderson on deck. 2-1 to Flores, hitting 5th in the order today with d'Arnaud getting the day off, and Flores almost screws himself into the ground. Seen that a lot with Wilmer.
Yes. Trying to figure out what happened. I like the fact that Wilmer is not a toe tapper. I'm not a big fan of toe tapping that front foot.
It's this one toward the gap in left center. Span on the run. Diving. Can't get it. Rolling to the wall. Flores to second. Takes the turn. Here comes Harper's throw to third base. Not in time. It's a triple for Wilmer Flores.
This was a fly ball. I don't think. Oh, Span was playing way over the opposite field. Just couldn't quite get there. And he missed it by a foot. Probably would have been better advised to just get it off the hop and hold Wilmer to a double.
First major league tripper for Wilmer Flores. Here's Curtis Granderson with the infield back, and he yanks one foul.
Well, we know Harper has a strong arm and likes to show it off, but he's better advised. That ball had nothing on it. Hit the cutoff man.
Granderson with an RBI chance here, trying to get the Mets in front. And Curtis dribbles one off his foot, a foul ball, and quickly it's 0-2.
As we've seen throughout this series, a very shallow outfield displayed by the Nationals. They got 3 terrific outfielders out there that can go get them. But boy, they really like to roll the dice.
So Zimmerman needing a strikeout ahead of Granderson 0-2. And Curtis lifts one along the line. Harper near the stands. And it's out of play. Curtis last night was on base 3 times in a row. A hit by pitch, a double, a single, an RBI. He's done better since being moved down to that 6 hole. Anthony Recker on deck. Curtis hitting .355 in his 9 games since being dropped in the order. Lifts this one to left, not very deep. Flores tagging.
Nowhere.
But not trying.
Nowhere. Where's the cutoff man? That's got to be LaRoche.
Well, LaRoche never moved from first base.
No, he just anchors away. Wow.
No matter for the Nats because Harper threw a 1-hop strike. But LaRoche.
Fundy's gear.
Stayed put. So 2 out. Flores still at third. Here's Recker. Anthony came off the bench in the opening game of this series and hit his 7th home run of the year. So he's now homered in each of the last 3 games he's played. And he takes a slider for a strike.
He's really, I tell you what, he's done a heck of a job. Anthony's kind of carved himself a spot on this roster, any roster, as a backup catcher. Got pop off the bench.
He's thrown the ball very well this year, giving the Mets a nice backup on the days Travis d'Arnaud doesn't play. Zimmerman trying to work around the Flores triple. Ahead 0-2. Ruben Tejada is on deck. And stopped by Ramos. 2-2. Jordan Zimmerman last year 19-9, 3.25 ERA. This year he's 11-5, 2.93 ERA. So in many ways, this has been his best season.
Right. Well,
went to his second All-Star game this year. And record takes strike 3 called, and the inning over. Second strikeout for Zimmerman, and the Mets waste the Flores triple. Still no score. Question: who was the first Dominican-born player to appear in a game for the Mets?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's going back then.
I mean, we're talking about probably the first year of the franchise.
Yeah,
no?
going back.
I've got a guy in mind. I don't know if he's Dominican or not, but he was with the Mets in 1962.
Trying to think of that roster.
Danny Espinosa leads off for the Nats in the third and takes a cutter inside from John Neese. Neese gave up a first inning double to Anthony Rendon, set the side down in order in the second. Jordan Zimmerman on deck, and then Denard Span. Espinosa getting his first action in this series, takes a curveball for a strike. He played most of the second base this year for the Nats until they acquired Asdrubal Cabrera at the trading deadline. Espinosa, good defender, good power, but doesn't hit for much of an average. And grounds one behind the bag, can't be handled by Murphy, and safe at first is Espinosa. And they'll score that an infield hit for Danny Espinosa.
You think? They did.
Just did.
Okay. I'm a much harsher critic, I guess.
This is the third game that Murph has played at third base.
Come on, that ball's hit hard. You make that play, you throw him out. I mean, come on.
That's the first ground ball that Murph has had to try to handle in the 3 games he's played there. Zimmerman pulls the bat back and takes a strike. And Zimmerman skipping out of the way. A ball and a strike. Zimmerman gets the bunt down. Recker will go to first with it. And so the sacrifice successful, 2-4. I correct myself. It was Murphy's second chance at third base. On a ground
he had a ground ball. He had a ground ball in the hole, if I recall.
The first game of this series.
Garrett's a day game. Don't worry. I won't tell if he won't.
We strive for accuracy.
Your secret's mine.
We have no secrets. It's all an open book here. We throw up a bad graphic, we talk about it. We make a mistake, we try to correct it.
It's an open mic.
Here's Denard Span with Espinosa at second and 1 out. Span grounded out to Flores his first time up. And he hits one back to Neese, and he's got the runner trapped. Neese does exactly the right thing, runs at Espinosa, and Murph tags him out of the rundown. Nicely done. 1-6-5 on the fielder's choice for the second out.
Well, can't do that. I know what happens. It's kind of a quick play back to the pitcher. But that's a bad mistake. And the Mets do a nice job. You're right about Neese here. You run towards the runner, and you want to run him, get him run back to the second base, not towards third. And you notice only one throw after Neese, and the runner's still at first. So that is a successful rundown.
So now Rendon, whom the Mets have had no success with in this series. He's 11 for 16 after his double to left field his first time up. Span a base stealer at first. He's already got 2 steals in this series, 31 for the year. And Neese checks in on him. John has given up 6 steals and 11 tries this year. He's generally pretty hard to run on. Rendon's double his first time up today was his 64th extra base hit of the season. Only 2 players in the National League have had more. Giancarlo Stanton with 69 and Jonathan Lucroy with 66.
Well, it's nice to have this red hot hitter up without a runner on scoring position. Nice gift from the Nationals.
2-0 to Rendon. By the way, speaking of Stanton, he is supposed to have the stitches out of his face on Tuesday.
Where were the stitches precisely, Gary?
In his cheek, I believe.
Okay.
And they are saying that there's a possibility he could play before the end of the season, which would be phenomenal. Of course, he's not going to play against the Mets in the 3 games starting tomorrow night. But I went back and I was thinking about it. Remember when Carlos Beltran and Mike Cameron had their collision in 2005, and Cameron was hurt worse, but Beltran had facial fractures, and he came back and played 6 days later. So I guess it's possible. There's a strike.
I think a lot will be determined on their standing and if they have any chance at the wild card. I don't think they're going to get there. I've not been impressed with that ball club. I mean, they're on the rise, but they're not there yet.
Well, they're not going to make it this year. They're behind the Mets in the standings now.
I mean, I would just let him sit out the rest of the year. Unless it's like, if you get in a, you got to get back in the fire again. You get hit in the head, you got to get back in the box again. The sooner you do it, the better.
Falling off the horse theory.
Or turn an airplane crash, get back and survive, get in the airplane again. That would be frightful. I don't think I'd like that.
It's a little extreme.
Right? Well, it is very extreme.
3-2 to Rendon. Span will be running. Duda will still hold him on. 3-2 from Neese, and Rendon is out on strikes. So Neese able to take care of Rendon, and he works around the leadoff hit in the 3rd.
Wicked cutter, but meant to be backdoor.
Still no score. Game tuned to SNY for behind-the-scenes access, player reactions, and a complete game breakdown, plus an exclusive look at Rex Ryan's locker room speech and post-game comments on Jets Post-Game Live, presented by Toyota tonight immediately after the Jets-Packers game, only on SNY. Let's take a look at the answer to our Verizon trivia question. First Dominican-born player to play for the Mets.
I like your choice. Oh!
I was incorrect.
You thought it was Felix Mantilla.
I have got to look up and see where Felix Mantilla is from. Obviously, he's not Dominican.
Amado Samuel. Shortstop, right?
Amado Samuel.
Shortstop. Infielder.
Yeah, infielder.
Middle infielder. No hit.
Felix Mantilla is Puerto Rican. So there you go. Thus my error. Ruben Tejada, the number 8 hitter today.
The outfielder, where was he from? Jamaica or?
What are we talking about? Joe Christopher?
Yes. Was he Jamaican?
Line into left center field. There's a base hit for Tejada. Span over quickly to play it, and Ruben will settle for a single. So Tejada getting his second start in the series, has his first hit.
It always seems that Tejada, when he sits for a long while, has a good game when he comes back. That was the famous Joe Christopher. Ralph talked about the interview. What do you call your wife?
No, that's Choo Choo Coleman.
Oh, Choo Choo Coleman.
East with the hard bunt. Rendon's going to go to second and gets the force there. The drop on the transfer, so the out will stand. Aggressive by Rendon, fielding it with the bare hand and getting the 5-6 fielder's choice.
Coming in hard, bunted too hard, yes. And you're right. Nice play. Oh. Proper call at second. He already has the exchange. On the throw, he drops it. That's out.
So Nice is at first with 1 out. And Eric Young, the batter. And Joe Christopher from St. Croix,
right,
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Knew it was somewhere unusual.
You mean a place that not a lot of Major
players,
League
yes,
Baseball players
right,
come from?
Exactly. There's not too many players from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
It's a beautiful place.
Yes. I would know fooling.
Oh, and Young.
Get his hand?
I believe he was struck by that pitch, and he's going to go to first base. They first checked out to make sure he didn't offer at it, and there was no swing or attempt to bunt. And Young goes to first base, hit by the pitch, and he'll be greeted at first by Ray Ramirez, the trainer, to see if he's okay.
Oh, got him underneath. Okay. How many hit by pitches in this series now, Garrett?
I think that's 8 now.
Jeez.
Each team has now been hit 4 times. Got him on the fingers of that left hand.
I think it got him on the underside, maybe close to that ulnar bone.
Yeah?
Yep. That little bone, that little ball on your wrist socket. It looks like a round. I think it might have got him there.
Now, Matt Williams came out to talk to the home plate umpire. You can challenge whether a hitter was hit by the pitch. You cannot challenge whether he swung or offered at a bunt attempt. So I'm not sure whether Matt was coming out to see whether he was going to challenge hit by pitch or to ask the umpire whether he's allowed to challenge whether Eric offered at it, because that is not acceptable. Anyway, the Mets have 2 men on for Juan Lagares. Lagares struck out his first time up. Daniel Murphy waits on deck. And Lagares hits it out to center, and Span retreating. Nice tagging at second, and he will advance. Young holds at first. 2 out.
Like Zimmerman always puts his cap up, tips it back in between pitches. Looks like a farmer. No offense.
Well, he's from a very small town in Wisconsin. Where
a lot of good farms up there.
All dairy farms.
Yeah.
Auburndale, Wisconsin. Population about 700.
I don't like wearing hats. I don't wear a hat. And the only hat I ever had to wear was a baseball cap. And I always would never wear it in the dugout. I only wore it on the field.
And Murphy pops up the first pitch. Rendon should have room. And that retires the side. So Mets waste another opportunity. Still no score after 3 at Citi Field. Slow Motion is brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. Visit them on the web at searchmercedes.com. That's the slow motion version of Wilmer Flores' first career triple.
Nice pop-up slide. Oh, look at the slugger.
Nice foam finger.
Hey, that might be the next David Wright. You never know. They got to be somewhere. I told you that was my dad's motivational speech with the Little League teams. The next Stan Musials, he was 8 years old once. Why not make it you? Very motivational. I bought into it.
You bought, well, that's the most important part. Thanks, Rusty Staub.
That's right.
Worth grounded out his first time up, and Neese moves him back with a cutter. 2-1. Adam LaRoche on deck, then Ian Desmond. Neese has given up 2 hits, struck out 3, walked none over the first 3 innings. And he's behind on Worth, 3-1.
Interesting to watch Neese's transformation here from really a power pitcher to a finesse pitcher.
Lifted to center, and Lagares circles in. 1 out.
Nice 3-1 changeup. Got Worth out in front. He's mad at himself for swinging at that pitch.
Well, that's part of Neese's transformation, right? Better use and more effective use of that changeup.
Hey, you know what? If you can pitch your secondary pitches behind the count and not throw get me over stuff, rinky dink, throw good quality secondary pitches behind the count, you're going to win.
Now Adam LaRoche, who struck out his first time up.
It was interesting. Don Sutton, who I always speak glowingly of, was a Hall of Famer, 300 wins. And so we're talking about someone that was extraordinarily exceptional. It's a double superlative. He's worthy. He had a turnover screwball, Gary, that he would never throw to me, only on a 3-1 count. And I knew he was going to throw it because I had faced him enough. And it was a turnover screwball. And I said, do I want to, my decision process was, do I want to hit this pitch 3-1? And the answer was no. But if he makes a mistake over the middle, yes. He never made a mistake. He painted it all the time, knees outside corner. He was that good.
He's behind 3-1, second straight hitter. And LaRoche hits it hard, and a great diving stop by Flores for the second out.
There you go. Pitchers are always appreciative of good defense behind them. And it makes you feel good when you make a nice play in the field. Beautiful play by Wilmer.
Stretched out as far as he could have possibly gone, playing just deep enough onto the outfield grass to be able to make that play on LaRoche.
Did he hurt himself a little bit? Maybe a tough fall in the shoulder. I don't know.
Just for a moment, but he popped right back up.
It's very acrobatic.
Desmond bloops one out to right, and there is Granderson to grab it. Side retired. So helped out by Flores' is fine play. Nice has a 1-2-3 inning. Still no score. Hard iced tea that tastes like real iced tea. Madison Bumgarner has 3 Grand Slams this year. Is that right? Or is
yes.
it 2? 2 Grand Slams.
Yes, 2.
Which is more than Derek Jeter has in his career.
Really?
That's twisted, but it is true.
Look at that shot right there. It's nice. It's a ground level shot behind home plate. I love that. Isn't that? That's sweet.
It's a good seat. Lucas Duda hits one right behind the bag, and LaRoche is there to grab it.
I understand it's been there for 5 years. I've never noticed it before. Where have I been?
Well, last night, the Dodgers posted the most lopsided shutout in the history of the Dodger-Giant rivalry, 17-0. Even Zach Greinke hit a home run, and he pitched 6 shutout innings. And that put the Dodgers 2 games up on the Giants. This afternoon, Clayton Kershaw goes for his 19th win. Yusmeiro Petit, who pitched an 84-pitch complete game in his last start for the Giants, will go for San Francisco.
And Kershaw has been the owner of the Giants. And he just throws his glove out there.
Flores has himself a base hit, so Wilmer's having himself an afternoon. That great diving play. He had his first big league triple, and now his second hit of the day.
Gets a hanging slider here, and the key to hitting a hanging slider, righty, righty, lefty, lefty, watch his front shoulder. Stays in. Boom. Nicely done.
Well, the Mets have their third hit. Flores has 2 of the 3. And Curtis Granderson will bat with 1 out and 1 on. And takes a strike. Well, the Dodger-Giant game was one big game out west last night. The other one was a lot closer. That was Oakland edging Seattle in 10 innings, 3-2 on a bases-loaded walk issued by Fernando Rodney in the 10th. Toward the hole, a base hit for Granderson. Flores around second. He'll take third. And the Mets have runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, Oakland was able to dodge King Felix, who started that game. So you know what that means? It means your starting pitcher has to match King Felix. Who started for Oakland here?
That was Sonny Gray last night.
Okay.
Right, because they have John Lester going today against Chris Young. He's had a very nice year for Seattle, the former Met. So the Mets with a scoring opportunity here. First and third and 1 out. Anthony Recker, call third strike his first time up. Second time in this game the Mets have gotten a runner to third with less than 2 out. Recker is 4 for 10 getting that runner for third. Ruben Tejada waits on deck. I think that was a huge win for Oakland last night. The way they have been plummeting. They would have fallen out of playoff position had they lost that game last night after squandering a huge lead in the division. Now they're still a half game up on Kansas City and a game and a half in front of Seattle.
Long way to go when it's that tight.
But you know, if you're falling, free falling like that,
yep.
If you fall out, you might never get back in.
Those are the kind of wins too when you're going up against the premier pitcher in the league. They're uplifting.
Their offense is still a great concern. Recker pulls one just foul. He almost took out Flores as he took his lead. Recker a homer in each of his last 3 appearances. The only Met has accomplished that feat this year, first since David Wright did it late last season. Jordan Zimmerman making his 20th career start against the Mets today. More than he's made against any other team. And now it's 3-1 to Recker. And that's ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. So Zimmerman, who walks very few, 1.4 walks per 9 innings, passes Recker, and now Tejada will bat with the bases loaded. Ruben had a base hit to left center his first time up. Tejada's done a nice job getting a runner in from third this year, 9 out of 16. That's 56%, better than the league average.
Mets trying to salvage a split in the 4-game series. Nationals would love to keep it rolling with 3 out of 4 and moving on. I think they go to Atlanta.
Yes, they do, with a chance to clinch the division at Turner Field. Magic number 6 starting the day today. Tejada pulls one over the bag, but just foul.
Boy, he's hanging his slider. He better be careful. Zimmerman, that is.
Tejada came very close to an extra base hit, but it was foul.
Once again, Flores, he can get further off the line, you can get almost into the cut of the grass if you want when you take your lead off of third base.
Flores, Granderson, and Record the base runners with one out. Zimmerman's already squirmed out of a couple of jams the last 2 innings. He throws one by Tejada. That's the hardest pitch he's thrown all day.
He needs an out. That's why. This is what he does well, Garrett. And upstairs, remember I told you yesterday about Wheeler and his fastball. Good. The pitchers with the mustard on their fastball are more effective upstairs. That's when you reach back for that something extra.
Now Tejada knows he's got to put it in play here with the pitcher on deck. And he lines one right at the shortstop, and everybody gets back.
That's unfortunate. Nice at bat, Ruben.
Tejada hit a couple of balls hard, but he winds up lining out to Desmond for the second out.
Good fastball inside, too. Not a bad pitch. Ruben just smoked it. And that's just to hang with him.
So it's left to Nice.
That's inside corner. He turned.
Bases loaded, 2 out. Nice bunted into a fielder's choice his first time, and Zimmerman misses away. The thing about John, unlike most pitchers, he's not going to chase the ball much out of the strike zone. He will draw a walk if you give him that opportunity.
Very shallow in the outfield. Dangerously shallow. I think it's ridiculously shallow. That gets over their head. It's 3 runs.
John has 1 extra base hit this year among his 3 hits. Just 3 for 48 this year after hitting over 200 last season. And that's a fastball for a strike, and now it's 1-2. Eric Young would be next, but Nice in a hole. He lays off 2-2.
We thought he wanted that one. Backdoor slider. Yes, sir. Might have curved around, maybe a little bit low.
Ramos holding it an extra beat. Didn't get the call from James Hoy. And Nice fouls off the fastball and hangs in there. Well, Zimmerman got out of a runner at third, 1-out jam in the second. Mets at first and second, 1 out in the third, and didn't score. They got a runner to third with 1 out here in the fourth, and now bases loaded and 2 out, and Zimmerman with a chance to get out of it again. 2-2. An inside out defensive kind of a swing, and Nice again able to hang in there.
This is called emergency. That is an emergency. Warning, warning.
Danger, Will Robinson.
I was waiting for you to say that. They're making Zimmerman throw a lot of pitches this inning. Making him work.
Well, he's already thrown 7 pitches to John Nice, who is bound and determined to try and make something happen here to get himself a lead. And now it's a full count. And that will set the merry-go-round in motion. Zimmerman has already walked 1 in the inning. He rarely walks more than 1 a game. Flores at third, Granderson at second, Recker at first will all be running. 3-2 to Nice. And he pops one up. Rendon into foul ground and has room to make the catch. Side retired. And Zimmerman gets out of trouble again. for the first of 3. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock tomorrow night right here on SNY. There are your City probables. Jacob deGrom tries to continue his Rookie of the Year push against Jared Cozart, who's been spectacular since coming over from the Astros. Bartolo Colon Tuesday against Nate Eovaldi, and Wednesday night Dylan G against Henderson Alvarez. For more on the Marlins, let's check in with Steve Gelb. Steve?
Well, Gary, you're 100% right. Jared Cozart has been spectacular since being traded to the Marlins. He had a ERA of about 4.4 with Houston this year. Since being traded in 7 starts, has an ERA of 1.93 with the Marlins. Miami's won 5 of his 7 starts. And you never know what really clicks for a pitcher or what the motivation is, but Jared Cozart's never been one to be shy when speaking to the media, and he seems to be using that trade from Houston as a real motivating force. This is a quote that he had the other day with some Miami reporters talking about that trade from Houston. He said, quote, "I didn't have a contract. I wasn't a high-paid guy, and it's kind of a slap in the face when you get traded from an organization that's one of the worst organizations in baseball over the last 3 years. So I just play with that extra chip on my shoulder." Whatever works, guys, right? It's working for him right now.
Strong.
Whatever you need to push yourself forward, and the way things are going for the Marlins right now, they need to pitch well because their offense is dried up. They've scored just 5 runs in their last 4 games, lost them all. And of course, the emotional blow, as much of anything, of losing Giancarlo Stanton in as gruesome a fashion as they did, I'm sure has had an impact on them as well. Bryce Harper popped up his first time up, and he takes the fastball outside, 2-2. Harper, Ramos, and Espinosa for the Nationals in the 5th. John Neese has allowed just 2 hits, no walks over the first 4 innings. And he strikes out Harper with a curveball. He threw a couple of beauties during that at bat. 4th strikeout for John.
Well, they weren't strikes. John's been throwing the big sweeping curve, and Hart, look at his shoulder, came out. That is not a good swing. That is actually a pretty awful swing. Completely full.
And don't start talking about his swing again. You know what happened last night when he did that. It was Wilson Ramos who took a call 3rd strike his first time up.
That's usually how you look when you get fooled.
John Neese has had his share of games like this over the last couple of years, hasn't he? Pitching well and nothing but zeros on the scoreboard.
He's got a nice curveball. When he's slowed down his velocity, he's got a bigger break and curve, and it's still sharp. Hasn't lost its crispness.
Change up, hit down the right field side, and Duda watches it go out of play. 2-1.
Well, John's pretty basic. Stays right belt high with his glove. Straight up. Doesn't push off too hard. Let's see. A little high leg kick. He's not a big. He drops and drives a tad. He can push off a little better.
Another foul ball toward the same spot. 2-2. Well, we talked during the open today about the Mets' middle infield situation, and specifically whether Daniel Murphy might be expendable and whether the Mets could afford to trade him. And I think the same is going to apply to John Neese and maybe to Dylan G as well. If you have a particular position that's stocked and you have a couple of veteran pitchers who you might be able to get something for, at what point do you trade from that depth and that strength and try and make something of it? And I think that's the same kind of consideration that the Mets are going to have to make with Neese. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Neese to start the 5th. And I think you know what you have in John Neese, much as you know what you have in Murphy. So it's a matter of how you think you can best construct your team for the years going forward.
And you know what? It's nice to have a left-hander in rotation. It's not imperative to have a lefty in your rotation, but John's thrown well, and the Mets are going to make a move for a bat. They're going to have to give up. It's going to be the 3-for-1, I would think. There's probably some minor leaguers, but going to have to give up
it's not going to be a straight up trade for a bat that the Mets need. It's going to require multiple people to get someone here.
Well, it depends who you're trading with. Are you trading to a team that's looking for prospects, a team that's looking for major league ready talent?
Right.
Espinosa had an infield hit his first time up, and he takes it high.
Well, look where he's released the ball in front. This is a curveball. I see his fingers are underneath the ball. He's throwing that little. Actually, he wasn't. He was throwing a change up there. So forgive me. But still, it's all about everything getting in front of your face. That's basically staying on top of the ball. If you lag behind, you're going to throw hangers. Your body gets ahead of your arm.
1-2 to Espinosa. Struck him out, and John Neese strikes out the side in the 5th inning. Neese has retired 9 in a row. Halfway through, no score. Presented by Jeep. You see all those zeros? That means it's a pitcher's duel.
You see how many zeros they are? Know what that means? It means we're halfway through.
Well, maybe. If they still keep putting up zeros, we may be
someone's going to score.
Not even a third of the way through.
Oh, look at us, sweetheart.
True to the orange and blue.
Oh, he's had it.
That's it. Wake me when it's over.
That's when Dad becomes very useful.
Ready for a foul ball, which might be coming any time. Top of the batting order, 3rd time through. Eric Young leads off, and Yanks one down to first. Easy play for LaRoche. 1 pitch and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. During today's game, you can get interactive with SNY Game Day on SNY.TV, featuring pitch-by-pitch coverage, player cards, and in-depth stats. Check out SNY Game Day on SNY.TV, your online home of all things New York sports. Cerulean blue skies above Citi Field.
Say that again?
That's something I got from Scully.
Don't plagiarize.
Well, it is a word. Go with azure.
I can't see what kind of. It look like cirrus clouds to me.
Yes, they're very high, wispy cirrus clouds. See, that I got from Murph. Murph was a weatherman in the Marines, so he knew all about the clouds. That's over the bag, and that's a fair ball for Lagares. It goes down the line. And fumbled by Worth. Lagares, though, stops at second. Tim Teufel putting out the stop sign for Lagares, even though Worth had a little trouble with that ball along the sidewalk. It's an opposite field double for Juan Lagares, his 24th double.
This pitch is out of the strike zone, up and away. No, and that's just nice. And look how level he stayed there, went right with it, and tomahawked that ball. Beautiful. Juan is on his way. I am liking what I am seeing of him at the plate. Very nice. Very nice. Here's the corner. What happened to Worth here? We'll take a peek. Oh, he just rolled up his glove.
Would have been very interesting if Lagares had tried for 3 on that play, and especially with 1 out. Might have been a healthy gamble to take. Murphy is 0 for 2 and takes a strike.
Murph has been out. We had the 2 outs, all up and in fastballs. Got to lay off that one.
Looking for his first hit in this series, 0 for 9. Lucas Duda on deck. That's looking to break the ice here. They've had 5 hits to just 2 for the Nats.
There it is again.
Murphy pops one up.
Up and in.
And that'll go out of play.
Oh, it's out of play. I thought that ball was in play. This is the toughest pitch to lay off to, and that's got some plate. But that up and in fastball is a pitch you really have to discipline yourself. It's the toughest pitch to hit in the game, particularly when a pitcher throws hard, and you really got to work on it in BP to lay off. Identify it and lay off, unless you're looking in there. There you go. There it's up and in. They're pounding him in.
Well, it stands to reason that the pitch up near your eyes is the easiest pitch to see, but it's not necessarily the easiest pitch to hit, right?
Well, up and in again. This one he made sure he got in. Yep. And Murph, this is really just an emergency swing. You see the velocity. They're going to go away now. Oh, they're, yep.
And struck him out with a slider. So Zimmerman fans Murphy for the second out.
Once you get a pitcher worried inside, I mean, once the pitcher gets the hitter worried inside, and you start unconsciously, you start too quick, and there's Murph out in front of the slider. Sometimes they get you. You know, that's a good pitcher out there. He's making a living too. Sometimes they get you out quick. You don't like it, and every at bat's different. And you say, "Okay, you son of a gun, I got one more at bat. I'm going to get you."
Mets are now 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They've had a healthy number of opportunities. 2-out chance here for Duda, who's 0 for 2. Popped up and grounded out. And takes the fastball high. Wilmer Flores is having a terrific afternoon. Would be next. Desmond standing right at the bag at second, so Lagares can't get too far away.
I don't know why he would do that. It's 2 outs.
Well, they're in the shift.
I mean, if he wants to steal, be my guest. He's already in scoring position. I never liked this 2-out steal to third base, Gary.
Well, if you're going to do it, you better make it.
It would always be a hold if I was managing the ball club. Unless you got a Vince Coleman or, you know, they don't come around too often.
Well, you know the classic story of Vince. Big spot. Down by a run. He's on second with 2 out. Tries to steal third. Gets thrown out. Lose the ball game. After the game, they ask him, "Vince, why did you try and steal third with 2 out?" He said, "I'm a base stealer, man."
Well,
that's how Vince viewed himself.
Well, he was.
Not necessarily a baseball player, but a base stealer.
Well, third time through the order for Zimmerman. And notice the left-hand hitters. He pounded Murph up and in, and he's now pounding Duda up and in. I like this guy. He could pitch on my team. Love to play behind him.
1-2 to Duda, and he hits him. That's the 9th batter hit in this series. And the second batter Zimmerman has hit today. He had only hit 4 batters in 29 starts before this afternoon.
Yeah, he's mad at himself because he was ahead in the count.
So he hit Young when Eric was trying to bunt, and now he hits Duda when he's ahead in the count.
Wants to go back in, aggressively pitching in. All right, so you got a guy 2 for 2 off of you. You've made 2 bad pitches to him. The triple was a pitch up in the strike zone, out over the plate. The base hit his second time up was a hanging slider. Well, now you got to get him out. And so far in this game, the Mets have left 6 men on base. He's pitched out of trouble, and when Zimmerman's been in trouble, he's made his pitches.
And he's got more to make here with 2 on and 2 out. Wilmer Flores had an 0 for 21 stretch going yesterday until he hit a 2-run homer to get the Mets on the board in the 5th. So in his last 5 at bats now, he has a homer, a triple, and a single after that 0 for 21.
2 fastballs, 1 knee-high outside corner taken for strike 1. He's not happy with that pitch. This is up and over the middle. They want it away, right down the middle and up. And Wilmer missed. That was the pitch to hit.
Lagares at second, Duda at first with 2 out. 75 pitches, not a lot, but it's been a hard-working 75 for Zimmerman.
Yes.
And Flores fouls it away.
Because he's been in trouble and he's had to really pitch out of what bases loaded jam.
Well, he had a 1-2-3 first. Flores had a 1-out triple in the second. He had 2 on and 1 out in the third.
Yep.
Bases loaded, 1 out in the fourth. Got the double with 1 out in the fifth. So it's been in trouble. Serious trouble every inning. Flores again able to foul off that high fastball.
He had the triple. He had to get 2 out. He had to get an out. 1 out triple. The third, he had runners on first and third with 1 out, so he had to get it out to get out of it. Not a sacrifice fly, but it wouldn't have helped. 1 out with the bases loaded. So he's been dodging bullets.
Flores toward the left field line. Harper over. And he makes the grab to end the inning. Caught it in fair territory. Flores retired for the first time today, and Jordan Zimmerman gets himself out of another jam. After 5, Mets and Nats, no score. Jordan Zimmerman takes a strike as we start the 6th inning. Zimmerman sacrificed his first time up. John Neese has retired 9 in a row, struck out the side in the 5th. And he comes inside 1-1. Neese has struck out 6, walked none, allowed no runs, and only 2 hits Denard Span on deck, then Anthony Rendon. And Zimmerman slugs one out to left center. Deep back in the gap goes Lagares. Runs it down. Another country mile run by Lagares to take away an extra base hit.
Boy, oh boy, it is just stark how much ground this man covers. It is for us up here in the booth, and we have this view from behind home plate. You're home watching a TV. I can get off the monitor and watch, just focus on Lagares. He ran a country mile for that ball.
And remember, it's the pitcher up, so he's playing very shallow, and that meant he had to go even farther for that ball than he would against a regular hitter. Here's Denard Span.
He is something else.
Span is grounded out and hit into a fielder's choice, 0 for 2. Span now 4 for 16 in this series, including a home run last night.
Really playing Span into left center field. In the outfield, excuse me.
Now watch how far he has to go.
You just keep your eye on Lagares here.
And playing shallow, playing toward right center. That's amazing.
That doesn't require a comment. I mean, it's just right. It's so plainly visible. It's incredible the ground he covers.
Span lines one to center. On comes Lagares. He won't be able to catch this one on the fly. He had thoughts about it, though. And Span has himself a one-out hit. So after Neeson retired 10 in a row, the Nats have a base runner. We'll check in with the studio. Jonas Schwartz is there with a game break brought to you by your local Tri-Honda dealer.
Playing the old 70 Pirate uniforms.
First baseman would have had it if he was 11 feet tall.
Yeah, it was a bad play. That's the old Clemente Day uniforms.
Well, Span, a base stealer, aboard with one out in a scoreless game. Rendon at the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Rendon doubled to left field in the first and then struck out to end the third. 11 hits in 17 at bats in this series. Span has 2 stolen bases in the series, 31 for the year, and Rendon fouls off the cutter, 0-1. How do you feel about stealing in a spot like this when you got a red hot hitter at the plate?
You can steal. You got a base stealer, 30 plus stolen bases. Yes, tight ball game. You're successful. You're in scoring position for the big hot guns. And actually, you got Worth and LaRoche behind. So yes, you get a jump, take it. I'm sure Jonathan Neese is very much aware of it.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Far more successful against lefties than against righties.
Well, a lot of times you can take a chance, break at the belt. Easier to steal off lefties.
That's what Ricky Henderson always said.
Yep.
They're either impossible to run on or easy. Curveball popped up in foul ground. That'll come out of play. 1-2.
Because not every left-hander, and most, I should say, the other way around. It's like saying the glass is half empty or half full. Most left-handers have average moves. This very select few have great moves.
We got the guys who were able to hang that leg and
yeah,
the borderline balk moves. Andy Pettit was great at that.
Bob McClure comes to mind, the pitching coach for the Philadelphia Phillies, had a great move.
What Neese does well is he's very quick to the plate, which makes the running game very difficult.
Well, who's going to blink first here? We are in the middle of the game, last 4 frames.
Mets have had the better chances today, but the Nats have had the upper hand all weekend. Rendon fouls one away. And Anthony Rendon, in just his second major league season, has really established himself as a hitter to be reckoned with.
309 hitter coming into the game against lefties, and really the last two at bats, John's made him look a little tentative. Got the double in the first inning on a fastball in, struck him out the last time up on a cutter in.
Rendon, 24 years old, first round pick by the Nats, number 6 overall pick in the draft in 2011. Pops this one up. This may stay in play for Duda. And he's got it. 2 out. There's a big out for John Neese. So Rendon retired for the second straight time. And now Jason Worth will come to bat with 2 out and a runner at first. Worth is 0 for 2 today, grounded out and flied out. That's laced to the left, a base hit for Worth. So now the Nats have 2 men on.
Well, nice job by Neese holding on Span with 30+ stolen bases. Cutter out over the middle. Too much plate down. Good hitter right here, Worth. He's another strider. I love it. I do not like the toe tap.
So 2 out and 2 on, and now Adam LaRoche. LaRoche struck out in the first, then hit a bullet that appeared to be a base hit in the fourth, and Wilmer Flores made a brilliant diving catch of the line drive.
Now remember, this is a base hit situation here. LaRoche has shown the ability to get the ball to left field. Neese has thrown him away. I wouldn't play Tejada up the middle. I want to take away a little bit, 10 feet to his right. Good curve.
Of course, this is very straight up defensively compared to the way they normally play LaRoche,
right,
with 3 infielders on the right side.
It's the best curve he's thrown all day, or when he needed to. That's a great spot. Now LaRoche is he's pitched away, just a base hit to left field. That would be my approach.
Fouls that one into the dirt, and it's 0-2.
But then again, we are entirely different hitters. I mean, LaRoche is a pull hitter and power hitter. They would not put a shift on me defensively if I was playing today.
Speaking of you, in Miami today in Philadelphia, Kay Hernandez with a home run for Miami. That's Kiki Hernandez.
Don't be so sure.
The man who wasn't there. Breaking ball outside, 1-2 to LaRoche. I saw Kay Hernandez. I'm thinking, come on. Kiki Hernandez, short for Enrique. And then there's Chippy. 1-2. Curveball hit to right. Granderson is there. Side retired. Neese gets out of trouble in the 6th. Keeps it scoreless at Citi Field. A Sunday afternoon. Impressions of Keith Hernandez. Now, which one do you like better, the one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the right is Picasso when he was mad at me.
That was his mustache period.
Look at that. I never noticed this. That is sweet. Look at this. This is the camera crew there. They're on chairs. I always thought they swivel chairs. That is a great idea.
A little track there.
I always thought the cameraman stood up. I never noticed that.
It's like an amusement park ride.
It's a great idea. You think about it. It's almost a 3-hour game plus. You got to stand up. Could be rough on the back.
Well, some cameramen prefer to stand, and some prefer to sit and swivel. It's a matter of preference.
I would be a swiveler. They're standing. Look at that. They're undercover too. They're not in the sun.
Granderson lifts one along the line. Harper near that short fence and runs out of room. Granderson, Recker, and Tejada for the Mets in the 6th. Curtis is fly to left and single to right, 1 for 2. Zimmerman jams him, and Granderson fouls it off. Well, Jordan Zimmerman has been pitching under duress for most of the afternoon. Mets have left 8 runners on base in the first 5 innings. They've already had 8 at-bats with runners in scoring position and gone 0 for 8. They've twice had a runner to third with less than 2 out and been unable to score. So it's been heavy lifting for Zimmerman to keep this game scoreless. And now a full count to Granderson leading off the home 6th.
Well, one thing Granderson has done well this year, and that has been drawing walks.
It's this one out to center, and Span is right there. 1 out. Austin Mahone is coming to Citi Field for a concert after the Mets-Astros game Saturday, September 27th, as part of the Mets concert series presented by Dwayne Reed. Catch Austin Mahone live in concert September 27th. For tickets, visit Mets.com/concerts. Well, Jordan Zimmerman has been on a roll. His last 8 starts, 5-0 with a 2.38 ERA, and in those 8 starts, the Nats are 8-0. Recker rips one on the left for a base hit. Anthony Recker having another productive day, a walk and now a 1-out hit.
Another hanging slider. Identical, ditto pitch he threw to Flores when Flores got the base hit his second time up in the 4th.
So 1 out and 1 on. Now Ruben Tejada. Tejada's hit the ball hard twice today. Actually 3 times if you count that hard foul ball he hit. He had a base hit to left in the 3rd, and then with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 4th, he lined out to Desmond at short. Now with Recker at first and 1 out, he pops one up. Third baseman Rendon toward the mound and makes the basket catch. 2 out.
Wind, wind, wind. Can we see that again? S'il vous plaît. Wow.
Shades of Willie Mays.
And the sunglasses on top of the cap. I still don't quite understand that. And upside down. That's a new flavor.
Well, they fit better when they're upside down. Plus the nose piece against the cap doesn't fit quite
What's
right.
the purpose?
I don't know. It's John Neese.
Is this a day at a beach, or are we playing baseball?
Well, it's not quite as bright and sunny as it was when the game began. It's a little more hazy.
What's
now.
the purpose? That's just Style Master right there.
Well, you nailed it. That's the purpose.
Is it a walking advertisement? Is that what you're doing? You're promoting the product? Come on.
Snap throw. Recker gets back. One catcher trying to pick off another.
Well,
Recker able to get the hand back in. 1-1 to Neese. John had a tremendous at bat in the 4th inning. Bases loaded, 2 out. Worked a 9-pitch at bat before he finally fouled out.
I don't like the red tops of these uniforms of the Nationals. Looks like a softball team out there, and they're not a softball team. Not big on that. That W right there, you know, just in the big 7, the big number, it's kind of icky.
Foul tip held by Ramos, strike 3. 4th strikeout of the day for Zimmerman. So Neeson Zimmerman through 6. No score. The Mets take on the Astros Sunday, September 28th at 1:10 p.m. The first 20,000 fans will receive a Casey Stengel bobblehead, courtesy of SNY and WOR, and all fans will receive a 2015 magnetic schedule presented by Hyundai. For tickets, visit Mets.com/fan appreciation.
I want one of those. I want 2. Lorraine, I want my Casey Stengel bobblehead, 2. Please.
Now, we haven't seen the actual bobblehead, but just looking at that little photo they had down in the corner there when we read that promo, it looks like a very young Casey Stengel. Younger than he might have actually been when he wore a Mets uniform.
Have you ever seen pictures of Casey when he was a player in his 20s?
I have.
He looks like Popeye.
Ian Desmond takes a strike. Casey was a bit of a character even when he was a player.
Right.
In a very famous incident where he wore a bird under his cap.
Goofball. That's what he was.
Chop to the right side. Duda backs off. Neese is late covering, and Desmond is safe. That's on John Neese. He just did not get over in time, and he knows it. And Desmond winds up with an infield hit, and that's crucial in a scoreless game in the 7th.
Well, yes, it is. You've got to get there, and he knows it, and it is the correct call. Let's watch John's reaction on the ground ball. Anything hit to your left, you got to cover. Well, it wasn't that much. He just followed through on the other side of the mound.
Just that instantaneous hesitation, and that's enough. So it's the 5th hit against Neese. An infield single for Desmond, who can steal a base. He's already stolen 2 in this series, 21 for the year. Bryce Harper at the plate in a scoreless game. And we'll see what the Nats decide to do here. Harper has popped up and struck out 0 for 2. Wilson Ramos behind him.
Well,
good curveball to start him off.
He struck out his last at bat on the curveballs, and he looks like he's never seen one before.
Harper's hitting .264 against lefties this year, which is actually just a few points below what he's hitting against righties. And bunting back to Nice. Thought about second, settles for first.
It's called, I think his decision process there was, I am not having good at bats off Nice. I'm going to bunt over on my own. I guarantee you this wasn't put on by, well, I can't guarantee it.
It's the third sacrifice of the season for Harper. And you know what? If he bunted on his own, it's probably not a bad decision.
Right. I agree.
As bad as he looked against Nice.
Correct.
So now it's Ramos, who's been up twice and struck out both times. Nice has struck out 6 today. And Ramos takes high ball 1. So Ramos, who has hurt the Mets so much during his relatively brief career, just 1 for 11 in this series. But a chance to do damage here with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Desmond, a fast runner at second. And Ramos hits the curveball foul. 1-1. Danny Espinosa, the number 8 hitter, on deck. Both bullpens are active. So Matt Williams holding out the option of pinch hitting for Zimmerman if he needs to, if the inning gets that far. Ramos hits it out to right center. Well hit. Granderson back to the track at the wall. It's out of here. Wow. Wilson Ramos with an opposite field 2-run homer. The Met killer has woken up. And the Nats take a 2-0 lead in the 7th on Ramos' 10th home run of the year. Ramos' 8th career home run against the Mets. He's hit over .360 for his career against New York. And he takes Nice deep to break the ice in the 7th inning. So 2-0 Washington, and now Danny Espinosa.
High fastball mistake, one of the few he's made today. Wants it in, right down the pipe, let her high, and Ramos knew it too. And that's impressive whenever someone can go opposite field anywhere in this ballpark. Now he's set up to go up the middle. It's a ball he could have pulled, but he stayed back. He was going at opposite field, and he crushed it.
Well, there you see the career numbers for Ramos. 8 home runs in only 37 games and a .362 average. Espinosa pulls one down to Murphy, who staggers, recovers, and throws out Espinosa for the 2nd out. Well, that home run is going to keep Jordan Zimmerman in the game. Matt Williams might have pinch hit for him if this inning had gone differently. He had the bullpen ready, but Zimmerman's going to stay in now that he's got the lead. So Ramos continues a theme that has threaded through the entirety of the season series between the Mets and the Nats, especially here at Citi Field, and even going back to last year. The Nationals' power here in this ballpark, where the Mets struggle so mightily to hit home runs. The last 15 games that Washington has played in this ballpark now, they've hit 35 home runs, and the Mets have hit 5.
They have pummeled the Metsies. This game's not over yet, though.
He's at 103 pitches. He's thrown as many as 108 this year, including his last start. 2-1 to Zimmerman. That is
wow.
stark. Two-two. Curveball struck him out. So Nice finishes his stint with his 7th strikeout, but not before Wilson Ramos gets him, as he's gotten so many other Met pitchers before. Ramos with the opposite field 2-run homer. 7th inning stretch. Washington 2, Mets nothing. Brought to you by your Tri-State Cadillac dealer. Visit CadillacTristate.com to search local offers and to find a local dealer near you. By StubHub, earn 2% back in fan rewards on every purchase on StubHub, including Mets tickets. StubHub, your ticket to upgrades and more. And by Cure Auto Insurance, rates should be based on how you drive, not your credit score. Cure Auto Insurance, drive well. SNY's Super Slow Motion is brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers. Visit them on the web at searchmercedes.com.
Don't slur your words.
Slow. Get an in-depth look at today's Jets-Packers matchup at Lambeau Field with a constant flow of up-to-the-minute news and opinion, plus fan discussions, player reactions, and exclusive video on the Jets blog featured on SNY.TV, your online home of all things New York sports. Well, Jordan Zimmerman has now been staked to a 2-0 lead on the Wilson Ramos 2-run homer, and the Mets will try to respond in the bottom of the 7th with the top of the batting order coming up.
Well, it's always incumbent on the pitcher when his team gives him a lead or scores a run to run a goose egg up there.
Zimmerman has had all sorts of messes to deal with today. The Mets have stranded 9 runners in the first 6 innings. 4th time through the order begins with Eric Young, who's 0 for 2. He was also hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. One of 2 batters that Zimmerman has hit today. 2 of the 9 batters that have been hit in this 4-game series. Young, Lagares, and Murphy for the Mets in the home 7th. And Ewide takes a strike. Zimmerman has struck out 4, walked 1, allowed 6 hits.
92 pitches. Matt Williams, the skipper, looking for Zimmerman to carry him into the 8th.
They have a lefty up in the bullpen, so they might consider bringing the lefty in to face Murphy, and certainly if it gets to Duda.
I would think if there's a man on base, yes, they'll go to the lefty.
Zimmerman has thrown as many as 114 pitches in a start this year. This is his 95th, and he strikes out Eric Young with a slider. 5 strikeouts now for Zimmerman. 1 down in the home 7th.
Backdoor slide ball. Perfect location. I like this guy.
Trying to beat the Mets for the 3rd time this year. Matt Thornton is up in the Nationals bullpen. Lagares is 1 for 3, doubled over the first base bag his last time up. Lagares 6 for 14 in this series. He's had some good swings against the Nats. And he fouls that one back. Another good cut, 0-2.
Here we are, 7th inning. He just rearing back and firing. Love to play behind guys like this.
Atlanta is playing in Texas this afternoon. They're just starting. The Braves trying to avoid getting swept by a Texas team that has not swept a series since April. Braves quickly falling out of contention. Grounded down toward third, a foul ball. Timmy Tuffle, a nice grab. The Braves 9.5 back in the division, which is pretty much a done deal, but also 3 behind now in the wild card.
Pirates are coming back. They took the lead, I see, on the Cubbies.
Carlos Torres gets up in the Mets bullpen. A daily occurrence. Well, the Giants have the first wild card spot. The Pirates lost last night, but the Brewers also lost, and the Braves also lost, so that stayed status quo, and the Mets still mathematically alive behind Atlanta. But with only a dozen games to play after today, things are coming down to the nub.
Well, it usually does come down to the nub this time of year.
Pirates have gone in front of the Cubs 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. And Lagares keeping the at-bat alive. And while Milwaukee's up 1-0 on Cincinnati, that's in the 4th. Daniel Murphy waits on deck. Off the end of the bat, shallow center. Span got a late start, but back goes Espinosa to make the catch. Span wasn't going to get there because he broke back on it, but Espinosa, who's a terrific fielder, went out and made the play.
But you look at Espinosa's body and you don't think he's quick, but he is. He just was like a lightning bolt getting back there for this one. And as a fielder, Gary, a 2-0 ball game with the 3 and 4 hitters coming up, you recognize the urgency of making this play.
And that's going to be all for Zimmerman with the left-hand hitters coming up. Zimmerman's day is over after 6 2/3 scoreless innings. Call to the bullpen is brought to you by Verizon. Matt Thornton coming in, 2-0 Washington in the 7th. Daniel Murphy fouls off the first offering from Matt Thornton, who comes on with 2 out of the 7th.
Murph's had a tough time today. Zimmerman kind of took care of him. Then you see the numbers of Thornton. He's worked. He actually hit Murph in his appearance in this series.
And that was the hit by pitch on the wrist that knocked Murphy out for a day. Matt Thornton, who will turn 38 years of age tomorrow, deals the 1-1, and Murphy bounces it slowly, and LaRoche is there with the backhand flip, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mets go 1-2-3 in the 7th. On to the 8th we go, 2-0 Nats. Enjoying some ice cream on a Sunday afternoon.
He was dancing, folks. We had the camera on him the whole in between innings here. He was boogieing. He still is.
That's cute. Carlos Torres makes his 2nd appearance in this series.
He pitched on Friday night, the game I did not have, and he served up 2 double plays. Gary, is that what you said?
2 double plays in an inning and 2/3, which is hard to do. Got a double play to end the 6th. Stayed on for the 7th. Got a double play to end the 7th. Top of the batting order, Denard Span up for the 4th time. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Span, Rendon, and Worth for the Nats in the 8th. John Neese went 7, allowed 2 runs and 6 hits, didn't walk a batter, struck out 7, but the 2-run homer by Wilson Ramos spoiled his afternoon. You have to say, for most of the day, Neese outpitched Jordan Zimmerman.
Yes.
But in the end, Zimmerman was able to escape without allowing a run, and Neese was not.
The Mets have certainly had more opportunities, Gary. They have left on base 9 men.
It's had plenty of chances early on against Zimmerman. Twice got a runner to 3rd with less than 2 out. Couldn't cash it in. And then Ramos finally broke the ice. 2-1 now to Span. Next we'll have Jacob deGrom on the mound tomorrow night for the series opener against the Marlins. And right now every one of deGrom's starts is becoming a bit of a special event. That one goes about 3 inches, and Recker throws out Span. Good stretch by Duda for the 1st out. Coming up tonight at 10:30, it's Geico Sports Night. Chris Carlin will be in the chair. Did he leave his couch? got to listen to Chris last night calling the Rutgers-Penn State game. A little devastating for the Scarlet Knights in the end. Their first Big Ten game. Chris does the radio.
They got beat by
late touchdown.
Who beat them?
Penn State.
Oh,
but they had a huge crowd at Rutgers and a lot of enthusiasm for their first Big Ten game. But they couldn't hang on. I think their quarterback threw 5 interceptions. That'll kill you. 1 out. Here's Anthony Rendon. Anthony 1 for 3, and so was not quite pandemonium in Piscataway last night. But lots of pomp and circumstance in Piscataway.
Really?
Well, it's a big deal for them. They worked a long time to forge that move to the Big Ten. 2-0 to Rendon with Jason Worth on deck. Rendon 1 for 3 today, 11 for 18 in the series. He's had himself quite a 4 days in New York. Pops this one up. And Flores makes the call. 2 out. So Torres able to get the first 2 hitters here in the 8th. Now it's Jason Worth, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Single to left center his last time up. In the American League Central, Detroit and Kansas City both won last night. The Tigers a half game up on the Royals. Detroit's tied 1-1 with Cleveland in the 6th with Justin Verlander on the mound. Boy, it would be huge for the Tigers if Verlander can get himself straightened out before the postseason, or to get them to the postseason. And they've got 3 Cy Young Award winners in their rotation. But Verlander not exactly pitching like one right now. Meanwhile, Kansas City leads Boston 4-3. That game's in the 4th. Eric Hosmer with a home run for the Royals.
Pirates added on a run, 5-3 in the 5th. Cardinals taking the lead over Colorado. It's always fun to scoreboard watch this time of year.
2 out and nobody on. 2-1 to Worth. And the curveball in for a strike. 2-2.
Nice curveball right there from Carlos.
Two. Fouls it off the end of the bat. Cutter working away from the right-hand batters. And Worth tries to lay off, and apparently did. 3-2. Never know these days. You start a swing.
No, it's almost. It used to be. It's kind of changed a bit towards as the seasons progressed, but it was almost an automatic. They'd ring the hitter up. It's gotten a little better.
3-2 from Torres. Little looper and too tall for Flores. That's a base hit for Worth.
Good hitting by Worth.
Second hit of the day for Jason Worth.
Good pitch, but he was not substantially worried inside. He stays in with 2 strikes. That's all you can do.
So the Nationals have their 7th hit. And now LaRoche, who's 0 for 3 today, had a couple of line drives that have been caught. fastball low and in for ball one. Torres walked LaRoche when they faced off on Friday night. It was the night that LaRoche reached base 5 times with a single and 4 walks. Josh Edgin, who got a big out yesterday, up in the bullpen for New York. And now Torres behind 2-0. And LaRoche breaks his bat and hits a little bloop. And there is Flores to grab it. Side retired. So a nice inning for Carlos Torres. That sends us to the bottom of the 8th. That's down 2-0. And we figured we'd check in and see how he's doing.
I was told to pick the close games, and obviously
none of those games are close right now.
But look at Dallas. I was right there.
1-3. I mean, a 1-for-4 day, you wouldn't accept that as a hitter, much less as a
I tell you what, it's just more problems for the Falcons, who can't play well on the road. I thought they would remedy that, but obviously they can't.
Tyler Clippard will pitch the bottom of the 8th inning for Washington.
And Jacksonville, they're wallet burners.
Wallet burners?
Yes.
What does that mean?
That means
late. I see what you mean.
You don't even go near them.
Gotcha.
Toxic.
Lucas Duda leads off the home 8th inning. Mets have been stymied so far this afternoon. Jordan Zimmerman went 6 2/3. Matt Thornton gotten out in the 7th, and now Clippard starts Duda out with a curveball for a strike. Duda 0 for 2 was hit in the arm by a pitch his last time up. Mets have been shut out 10 times this season, but it's been 6 weeks since the last time on August the 3rd against the Giants. Duda, Flores, and Granderson trying to get the Mets going here in the 8th. And Lucas gets tied up. It's inside, 1-1. Clippard's second appearance in the series, faced only one batter on Thursday. Struck out Anthony Recker to get the Nats out of an 8th inning jam. Duda is 0 for 12 in his career against Tyler Clippard. And he flies this one out to left center, and Harper is there looking through the sunglasses. 1 out. So Duda retired, and now it's Wilmer Flores. Flores having a nice day at the plate. 2 for 3, a single and a triple. Well, Clippard has been setting up for the Nats for years, but what has gone on behind him in the 9th inning has fluctuated. It's drilled foul. I mean, he did get to close some games along the way, but yeah, Drew Storen closing 2 years ago when they went to the postseason. Storen had a rough time of it in the postseason and never seemed to recover last year.
We fell out of favor of Davey Johnson, but seems to have gotten his second opportunity and has gotten on the horse and rode it.
Flores loses his helmet as he jerks out of the way of that changeup.
I'm not going to go there, Gary. I'm not going there. It's a day game. It's the 8th inning. I'm very relaxed. I'm not going there.
Number behind the bag, run down by Desmond. 2 out. You're a kind man.
I got a nice barbecue over a friend's house in Shinnecock Hills after the game. Nice barbecue. We'll watch the. He's got plenty of time. See, when you know your runners, and Flores is not a good runner, you got time to set. And that is just preparation for all you kids out there. Know your base runners. So I got a nice bottle.
Shinnecock Hills, you were saying?
Oh, yes. Ralph and Silka and the 2 boys. I'm Uncle Keith, by the way. And I got a nice 2007 Joseph Phelps insignia. Beautiful bottle of wine. And an 86 Cheval Blanc, which is I can't wait to pop that one.
Now, am I led to understand that you've got tomorrow off?
Yes.
Oh, that was not on the original schedule, by the way.
Yes, Kurt called me, Mr. Gowdy. We call him Mr. Gowdy. We don't call him Mr. Gowdy Jr. We don't want to get him upset. He called and said I had 1 extra game and he had to lock me off a game. And I said, well, shoot. Let's do Monday.
You realize what that does to us.
No,
you
discombobulates
us.
No, you're very capable. You too.
Well, you'll be back Tuesday, right? It's a big day Tuesday.
I'll be back Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Anderson hits one out to right center. Worth going back to the warning track and has room to make the catch. Side retired. 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Clippard in the bottom of the 8th. We head for the 9th at Citi Field. Still 2-0 Nats. All right, guys, we'll check in with you later. Ian Desmond leads off in the top of the ninth, takes a big rip and a cutter from Carlos Torres. Torres pitching his second inning in relief. Desmond 1 for 3, got a gift on an infield hit to start the seventh and came around in front of Wilson Ramos' home run. That's responsible for the only 2 runs of this game. Ball and a strike to Desmond. Harper and Ramos to follow. Torres working behind John Neese, who went 7, allowed 2 runs and 6 hits, and that might be enough to beat him today. And the curveball smacked up the middle, of base hit. Well over in the gap. Desmond's going to try for 2, and he'll make it safely with a leadoff double in the 9th inning.
Hanging curveball. Desmond stays right in. Watch the front shoulder. When you get a hanger and you stay in like this, you got coverage. You cover the plate. The hanger stays over the middle, and it's right where that fat of that bat is. Good swing.
6 hits in this series for Desmond. So the Nats looking for insurance. Runner at second and nobody out for Bryce Harper, who's 0 for 2. Sacrificed his last time up right before the Ramos home run. That's allowed the bottom third of the order coming up in the bottom of the ninth. Record, Tejada, and the pitcher spot. Torres trying to keep this a 2-0 game and give them a chance. Some of the crowd on a very pretty Sunday afternoon. A little bit of fall in the air, 66 degrees.
Got my vest on. Oh, nice cutter. Good pitch. Tough to lay off.
And Harper floats one out toward Flores, and he picks it out of the air for the first out. So one away. Inside the Lines is brought to you by Scotch Blue Painter's Tape. Scotch Blue, see what you can do. This is what Wilson Ramos did in the 7th.
Got one of the few mistakes that Jonathan made today. Neese got the fastball up and out over the outer half of the plate, and Ramos connected, and that's the difference in the Wago.
Ramos' 10th home run of the year, and yet another dagger that he sticks into the Mets. He's had a habit of that ever since he came over from the Twins. It's been an injury-plagued career for Wilson Ramos, but can you imagine how much the Twins would love to have him back after having to move Joe Mauer out from behind the plate?
Yep,
I mean, the reason they traded him is because they figured they'd have Mauer catching for 10 more years.
And you know what? I'm sure Ramos is very happy to be in a Washington National uniform.
The Twins were in a race. They traded Ramos for the relief pitcher Matt Capps, who has long since moved on. Desmond at second and 1 out. And that one bounces in. 2-0. Danny Espinosa, the number 8 hitter on deck. Mets have another series coming up with the Nationals on their final road trip of the year. Mets will go to Atlanta. Then their last road series of the season is in Washington. So the Nats are not done with the Mets yet. If Washington wins this game today, they'll be 13-3 against the Mets this season. And if nothing else, the Nats provide a pretty good barometer of what the Mets need to accomplish if they want to be a contender in future years in this division.
Well, you know, there's always a changing of the guard. Look at the Phillies, all the years on top. Now they're in last place. Those years in the 80s when we beat the heck out of the Pirates, and then all of a sudden they were on top.
Ramos lifts this one to left center. Playable for Eric Young. Desmond heading for third and makes it safely. 2 out in the inning.
Well, good heads up by Desmond. Pass ball, wild pitch. He scores. An error. He'll score.
So 2 out. Desmond at third. Here's Espinosa, who's 1 for 3. Infield hit back in the third. That's nice. Always love it.
Yeah.
Siblings get along.
I do. I do too. It's very special. All 3 of my daughters get along great, and I'm so happy about that. And you got to be the arbitrator, and you got all that stuff you got to deal with. Ugh, got better things to do. Throw them into the ring. You go figure it out.
That's what I was going to say. You want to be the arbitrator? No. Figure it out for yourself.
Have at it.
1-1 to Espinosa.
Dad's old and he's tired.
Kevin Franzen out on deck. He'll pinch hit if Espinosa keeps the inning going. Drew Storen getting ready in the Nats bullpen. The once and now again closer of the Nationals. And Espinosa did not go around.
Okay. Much better now with these check swings.
May just be this crew.
That's true.
That's one we've seen called a lot this year.
I don't think he swung.
Right, but we've seen that.
Of course we have.
Yeah.
Too much of it, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not being biased because I'm a hitter. It's no sweat off me.
Not anymore.
It's not affecting my batting average.
Not now. Curveball in the third. It's 3-1 to Espinosa. The Indians have gone in front of the Tigers. It's 3-2 Cleveland in the 6th inning.
Nice block, Wrecker.
Three and 1 to Espinosa. And he walked him. So the Nats have 2 men on, and Kevin Franzen's coming to the plate to face Carlos Torres. Dan Warthen's going to go to the mound for a scouting report, which Carlos Torres probably doesn't need, because Torres and Franzen were college teammates at one time at San Jose State. And as Carlos well remembers, Franzen hit a walk-off home run against him in Philadelphia a couple of years ago.
Spartans.
Torres would later leave and transfer to Kansas State, where he finished his college career. But if I remember correctly, after Franzen hit the game-winning home run against Torres at Citizens Bank Park, Franzen alluded to the fact that there might have been some bad blood between the two of them. So another renewal of their former teammate status. Let's see what Franzen has done against Torres. 3 for 8, including that home run. Rafael Montero new to the Mets bullpen after making a very nice start earlier on the homestand. Desmond at third, Espinosa at first with 2 out. Torres cuts one outside, and Franzen can't reach it. First and third and 2 out, and Franzen thinking about a bunt, and Torres threw one over his head. Hello.
We'll try to bunt that.
Maybe there is some bad blood.
Was there? We said 8 hit by pitches in the 4 games.
9 now.
9.
Zimmerman hit 2 today.
And the only one that really could have caused a brawl was in game 1.
Cologne.
Yes.
After the home runs.
Yes, when he hit Worth. And only because when he hit Worth, it was a little bit shoulder high, maybe closer to the neck, which I don't think Bartolo meant. And I don't mind what Bartolo did. That was the second home run off of him.
And each time he hit the next batter.
Right.
He hit Desmond after a LaRoche home run, and then he hit Worth after the Rendon home run. Torres ahead 1-2. And he misses high to Franzen. Well, the Nats, if they win today, will reduce their magic number to 5. It could be 4 by the end of the day. Atlanta's in Texas, and the Braves trailing again. 1-0 Rangers in the second. Now the 2-2. And it's in the dirt. Taking off late is Espinosa, trying to get in the rundown. Recker makes the throw. Flores hanging on to it. Drops the ball, and the run will score. They finally tagged out Espinosa, but after the run crossed the plate, and the Nats get an insurance run. Flores executed that perfectly until he tried to make the tag and dropped the ball. And that enabled Desmond to come home and score. And the Nats will go to the bottom of the 9th with a 3-0 lead.
Well, this is what you want to do here. They're trying to steal a run. Recker. Now, see, Duda's got to close. Close it down. Now, but they get the run wouldn't have scored.
No, all he had to do was hold on to the ball when he made the tag, but he dropped it.
It's going to be
and that enabled Desmond to score.
E6.
Tejada made the tag, but after the run crossed the plate, 3-0 Nats. Pirates put up a 6th spot against the Cubs in the bottom of the 5th. Neil Walker has a home run, and the Pirates lead the Cubs 7-3 in the 7th. The Brewers are up 3-0 over the Reds. That game's in the 6th. Matt Garza has now given up a run. It's 3-1. Johnny Peralta with a home run. The Cardinals are up on the Rockies 3-1 in the 5th as Drew Storen comes in to try and close it for Washington. Anthony Recker leads off in the bottom of the 9th. Mets down 3-0. And the breaking ball in for a strike to Recker.
Well, as we talked about, Storen before lost his closing job a couple years ago. Now it's back in his hands. Soriano in disfavor with Matt Williams. And he's done quite well. Great curveball.
Storen 3 for 3 closing since he re-inherited the role. Recker 1 for 2 and a walk today. By the way, if you're scoring that play in the top of the 9th, it goes as an E4 on the drop by Flores, allowing the run to score, and then the put out on Espinosa, 6 unassisted, not a caught stealing.
So the error makes it a wash as far as it being ruled a 2-4.
Yeah, once he dropped it.
Once he dropped it,
a new play began.
Gotcha.
Tejada is scheduled next. Bobby Abreu has come out on deck to bat for him. And Recker skies one into shallow center. Span is there, puts it away, 1 out. So 1 out and nobody out. Let's check in with Steve Gelb. Steve?
Well, guys, you've been talking about the reemergence of Drew Storen, and a lot of it has to do with his changeup, which he really has finally figured out how to throw. He's thrown it almost 20% of the time this year as opposed to just about 10 last year. He's been trying to find the right grip on it since college, but it actually took him having elbow surgery in 2012 to finally figure out how to finesse the ball. He said, because before he was a grip it and rip it guy, when he had the elbow surgery, he had to throw less than 100% and got the grip down. This season, first time he's fully confident throwing it in all situations, and it's working out for him. He's saying that is the big difference between this year and last year.
So far, so good. Here's Abreu pinch hitting for Tejada. 1 for 2 in this series, and Bobby takes a strike. By the way, that error by Flores gives the Mets 31 errors in their last 23 games.
Not good.
Which is the most errors of any major league team over that span. That's
significant.
Fairly error-free earlier in the year, but that has changed. Ball and a strike. Of course, the Mets had a 4-error game last night and a 2-error game the night before that. Neuenhuis on deck to pinch hit for the pitcher. Mets have been shut out 10 times this year. The Nats are trying for their 15th shutout. They've got the best staff ERA in the league, and it's gone that way today. Of course, there's an ugly cut by Abreu, and it's 1-2. Of course, the Mets are going to see the Nats again in Washington, but this is a Nationals team that looks very primed to have a successful run in the postseason.
They look very confident, don't they?
And they've got everything. I mean, they've got starting pitching. The bullpen may be shuffled a little bit, but it's still strong, and their offense is really hitting on all cylinders right now. Certainly have in this series. Abreu has that go off the bat, a foul ball. Right now, the Nats have the best record in the National League, a half game better than the Dodgers. And it would be a fascinating series if they were to play L.A. in the National League Championship Series.
They're going to have to get through someone. They got the Cardinals. All the best teams are at the top in the end. All the garbage is shoved aside.
Well, that guy's going to be in the postseason this year, as opposed to 2 years ago when they shut down Steven Strasburg and fell in the division series against the Cardinals. It certainly will make a big difference for Washington as they begin play in October. One and two to Abreu with 1 out. And he lofts one into right center. That's down for a base hit. So Bobby Abreu, who struggled so much as a pinch hitter before he was let go and then re-signed, now 2 for his last 3 as a pinch hitter.
Well, that gets the tying run to the. Oh, I'm sorry, they got the third run. That's a big third run they got. That unearned run in the ninth.
So Kirk Neuenhuis will be the pinch hitter. Neuenhuis 0 for 2 in this series. Dilson Herrera is going to run for Abreu at first base. Herrera runs for Abreu. Dilson, whom Binghamton loves. Hoping New York will love him as well. And Neuenhuis trying to bunt for a hit, but fouls it off. Well, just trying to get that tying run to the plate any way you can. Matt Dendecker has come out on deck to pinch hit, and that's a nice sign that Matt's wrist feels well enough for him to swing a bat. He's been out for several days after getting hit by a pitch. Couldn't even grip a bat a couple of days ago. Dendecker set to bat for Eric Young in a spot where some power is called for. Ball and a strike to Neuenhuis. Well, the last time John Neese started, the Mets were able to rally in the ninth inning and win a game. Trying to do it again here today. Neese pitched well today for 7 innings, but one big blow by Wilson Ramos caved in his day. In for a strike with a slider, 1-2. Neuenhuis behind in the count. And Kirk watches outside, 2-2. Jordan Zimmerman went 6 2/3, worked out of jam after jam to keep the Mets off the board. Matt Thornton got 1 out. Tyler Clippard pitched a 1-2 3/8. And now Storin trying to save it. 1 out and 1 on, 2-2 to Neuenhuis. And Kirk bounces one down to first. LaRoche will take the shore out at first.
Wisely.
3-1 put out for the second out of the inning.
That lead runner means nothing. Was a little risky going to second there. 3-run lead.
So now the Mets are down to their final out. Neuenhuis not happy with himself. Matt Dendecker will bat for Eric Young, trying to keep this game alive and trying to get the tying run to the plate. If Dendecker can get on, Lagares would come up as the tying run.
Interesting to pinch hit for Young. I know he's got an 0 for going, but interesting.
And Dendecker rolls one slowly. Who's going to get it? And nobody makes a play. Little confusion there between Storin and LaRoche, and that'll get the tying run to the plate. So it's an infield hit for Dendecker to keep the Mets alive.
Little indecision by Storin. It looked like he was going to go to cover the bag, and then he went back after the ball.
So the Mets, given a sliver of an opening, will try and fight their way through it.
We'll take a look here. Looks like yes, the indecision right there. He's looking.
Now LaRoche went to the bag, and then LaRoche peeled off because he didn't know what Storin was doing. So Herrera now at third, Dendecker at first. Mets down 3-0 in the bottom of the ninth, and Juan Lagares up the plate as the tying run. Lagares is 1 for 4 today, double to right in the fifth. Facing Drew Storin. There goes Dendecker. They'll let him go. Defensive indifference. That takes off the force at second base. Meanwhile, Lagares takes the breaking ball for a strike. Lagares can get aboard, Daniel Murphy would be next. And Lagares went halfway and stopped. No swing, says John Tumpane. A ball and a strike.
Agreed.
Ooh. Again, that's one we've seen called a strike more than once this year. One and one to Lagares. And Juan shoots one foul, and now the Mets are down to their final strike.
Storen's motion, he has kind of a hang of the top of his leg kick. This makes me wonder if it kind of throws the rhythm off of a hitter. It's a little deceptive.
Now the 1-2. Off the plate, 2-2. Of course, Storen has amended that move a little bit from the way it used to be.
Well, he's going to drop a hammer right here, I think.
Two and two to Juan Lagares. Out to right field. Worth is there waiting for it. And the Nationals have taken 3 out of 4 from the Mets in this series, and they've reduced their magic number to 5 for clinching the National League East. Mets are shut out for the 11th time this season as the Nats win today behind Jordan Zimmerman 3-0 as Wilson Ramos with the big blow, a 2-run homer.
Well, the big blow was the 2-run homer in the 7th. John Neese and Jordan Zimmerman locked in us through 6 innings, 0-0. The one mistake that Neese made, the high fastball out over the plate to Ramos, his 10th, and that was all it took for the Nats.
So Zimmerman gets his 12th win. The Nats are now 13-3 against the Mets this season. They win for the 14th time in the last 15 games in this ballpark. 3-0 the final. Washington beats the Mets. More coming up from Citi Field in just a moment.